Right, looks like we're in business. Let's see who turns up today. Right, when you turn up, just tell me if you can hear me or not, because I never do know. Hey, Dipsy, first one in again. You don't hang about. Eddie's mum. Hi, how are you? Dave L. Dipsy, cheers, mate. Nice one. Albert Footy. Hi, Albert. How you doing? Stefan. Hiya, mate. Kev63. Hello. I'll just let you all sort of get in. And Darren Barwick, never far behind. Now, normally when I do a live stream, I've got some idea what I'm going to talk about, but this week I haven't. So I will say, Albert, how are you getting on with the noise? Did you get rid of the Grant 2 or what's the story? Dipsy says he's got no life at the weekend. Yes, you have, mate. You get to see me on here. Chris Lane says, evening, hope you had a great weekend. Yeah, it's been brilliant, actually, mate. Yeah, okay, Albert. Now, for those that don't know, Albert's been having a bit of an issue. He's got a 2016 up and he's got a Grant 2 and he's been getting loads of noise. And he's just telling me he had Joel around. Yeah, Dipsy, I'm coming round yours later. I've got me spanners. I'll have a look underneath that van of yours, mate. You know what I'm talking about. Colin Wiltshire. How are you, mate? How are you? Yeah, okay. Albert, say really, you know, further forward, mate. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, something I'll just waffle on about. Just laughing at Dipsy. As most of you probably know, I run an extension lead down to the car with the President Texas on it. So I was sort of semi-home base, if you like. I just run the coax up here and had a rig and all the rest of it. Now, from here in Luton, I was able to speak to Albert, as most of you, or some of you might have seen in the video about the 360 FM. I would say Albert is, I don't know, 10 miles away. I also managed to speak to Stefan, who's in Hemel Hempstead. We call that 10 miles, not really sure. Obviously, can talk to the locals on it. And I also spoke to a guy in Elstree who lived on top of a hill. His name was Dave. Don't know his call sign or whatever. I didn't video that because, you know, Adrian, I'll be highlight of the week. That's me. So anyway, with just a very simple setup, namely an aerial on the car, I was able to talk to quite a few people. I was quite surprised at how far I could get. So that's just the update on that. Now, I've been doing a little bit of wheeling and dealing today. I've got myself Fidelity, I think it's a 2000 or 2001. It's a Minter. There's no box, no bracket. David M says, evening, Steve from Awesome. What's your Awesome? How you doing, mate? And I also got the McKinley back. Adrian Hobby, Anna Murphy. No, I didn't. The last Murphy I had, I told you, and I weren't lying, it went in the bin. I took the channel change knob off it and I put it on the 430S, the Trio. And the Murphy was kicking about, and in the end, it went in the bin. I should have really give it away or whatever, but at the time it was in the way. Gould's Cross. Evening, mate. How are you? Albert Footy wants to know if anyone has ladders and can put cable and solder 2 plugs on. No one springs to mind to me, Albert. What coax are you using at the minute? Because by the looks of it, it looks like you're looking at changing your coax. Colin Guntrip, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Albert Footy says he's using the. That's of no help to me, mate. The Italian one with compression fittings. I don't know what one that is, mate. I've got to be honest, I always use 213 if I'm going to use home base. Anna X. Watcher. Bob's here. Hiya, Bob. How you doing? All I can say to Albert is, who put the plugs on your coax, mate? With the compression fittings. Yeah, okay, Albert. Without being involved in your installation, I ain't got a clue. Your brother. Okay, mate. But what I will say, Albert, whatever coax you get, there's enough videos on how to fit a PL259. All I can say is I've come across plugs. I mean, some of mine might not look pretty, but when you get the inner part, okay, get that right in to the plug. When you look in that little hole in the side of the plug, which I've got here, you gotta bear with me for a minute. I've got a box of spares just here. Where are we? There's a box of spares if anyone's interested. Various aerial adapters, joiners, mic plug sockets, isolators, DV27 mount, and in there is a Serio Allen key and adjuster. So let's get to this bit of this plug. Leader Brewers past the foundation. Where are we? See that hole there, Albert? When you look in there, you just want to see the insulation, the white bit. You want to make sure that butts right up against the bottom of the plug. Because I've seen them where when you look in this hole, you can see the inner bit. It's just little things like that that can help. And also, when the coax is in there, that you can't, like this one, You don't want about to turn your coax. And if you put your coax in and solder it and it's all loose like this, or before you solder it, what you can do is take the coax out. This is about to fall out, this bit. There. And this is a bit of a job to do because I wasn't planning on doing this, but you see your outer braid bit where it folds back over. If it's not big enough, push it forward, put a couple of wraps of electrical tape around it, and then do it again, screw it in so it's nice and tight. That was difficult to do right out of the blue, but I think you get the message. You don't want loose, sloppy plugs. And as for the blob on the end, you can file it off or whatever, or get some nail clippers or a sharp knife and just do it off. I'm just catching up on these messages. I don't know if that's a Mickey take there, Adrian Hobby. As you can see, Steve's got all the good gear. It's just part of my collection of bits. I've got a big toolbox, or two toolboxes outside. One's got all my household stuff, screwdrivers, you know, raw plugs, masonry drills, just all them type of things. The other one's got radio gear in it. And I sort of cherry picked a lot of the stuff so I could just have it indoors rather than keep going in and out to the shed. AM for Music says he's got an 827. It's only 2 meters off the ground. I don't know how much he's missing out. Not being half wave off the ground. Well, you'd probably get high radiation angle with it being that low. If you can, get it up higher. And just to explain that, what you really want, if you're looking at DXing, is a low angle of radiation. Say this is your aerial. High angle will be like this. So if you're working the skip, your signal goes up, hits the ionosphere, hits the ground, goes back up,